Hi, you're most welcome. My name is Idris Akamoga, and we want to give you something for beginners and for the advanced. Today, we want to talk about costing a trip, and I've had so many questions from you asking me how to do costing. For beginners, there are a number of considerations that you will need to look into, and we'll dive into them. And for the advanced, we also have very sophisticated tools that you can use for your costing as a tour operator. Remember, tour costing has a number of determinants. But before we dive into tour costing, we must look at one of the most key things. And here we look at your itinerary. Whenever you mess up with costing, it means the itinerary is wrong. So when you have a perfect itinerary, the costing will be perfect. And very quickly, we want to look at a few, just to scan through qualities of a good itinerary. It must have experiences, it must have attractions, en route attractions. We look at the accommodation facilities. We look at travel time. It's very important. The mode of transfer, it's also very important. So when you highlight these in your itinerary, there are so many. Maybe when you one day come for a one-on-one session, you will be able to walk you through, how to develop both the traditional itinerary and the digital itinerary. I would recommend in this era probably you move from the traditional way of developing itineraries to the digital, or what we call the high visual, hybrid itineraries. They are, for you to stand out from your competitors. But our big topic today is how do we extract an accurate quote for your client. There are a number of determinants, like I said, and we'll just give you a brief of some of these, and probably when you have time and you work to us as your tourism business consultants, we'll try to expound on this. So very quickly we can look at because remember, we are trying to address a question from you. Someone said, I've seen a number of trips on different platforms. Let's take an example of a 3-day gorilla trekking, and you see it on probably Viata, or you see it on a TripAdvisor, and the prices are different. So what brings the difference in the prices, yet you have the same itinerary, regardless of the same accommodation, but still prices differ, and the number of people probably are the same. So very quickly, one of the determinants of a particular court, or what you might consider during costing your itinerary, number one could be the number of people. You must know the number of people. It's very important. Are they 2? Are they 3? Are they 4? You can look at the accommodation category, where they stay, in terms of high level, mid luxury, or probably the budget. The rooming is very important. Remember, you can have 2 people by default, or automatically. We know 2 people, probably a couple might be interested in staying in a double room, 1 room with a large king size bed. But you could have 2 people as well staying in 2 singles. So the rooming, don't confuse accommodation category and the rooming. Also, do not confuse rooming with the rooming category. Rooming category could be, a rooming category could be probably 1 single, 1 twin, 1 triple. That's rooming category. But we also have a room type. The room type could be an executive, a deluxe, a club room. So all those are determinants. So for me to answer that question, that same itinerary, same number of people, but we have different prices. Could be different tour operators are using different room categories in terms of deluxe, club, superior, executive, presidential, etc. Transfer mode. What mode of transport or transfer is one operator using? You could be using a helicopter flying from one point to the other. Another one could be transferring his clients or her clients using a flight, a domestic flight. Could be by a land cruiser, could be by a boat transfer. So we must look at all those, the experiences. One could be, doing habituation, the other could be doing the normal trek. We've got private experiences like in Rwanda that cost up to about 15,000 US dollars, and someone could be doing a normal Goya trek which is 1,500. So you can see a huge difference. You can as well look at the handling fees. Some tour operators could be looking at 10%, 15%, and one operator could be working at 5%. Another could be actually working at 30%, especially those tour operators whose brand is actually known in the market. So these are some of the things that can, but don't forget that tourism is all about relationship. We could be selling a particular lodge. I'll give an example. We all sell Kampala Serena Hotel. Company A, Company B, and Company C. And trust me, we are all getting different prices for this one room category. For example, an executive double room. Company A gets it at 300, the other company gets it at 250, and there is a company that is actually getting it at $200. Reason being, try to walk to these hotels, have an MOU with them, sit and negotiate, let them give you an offering of 30%, of 20%, or of 15%. So depending on your negotiation power, depending on your MOU, depending on your agreement, remember it's all about relationship. The more you collaborate with different suppliers, even in car hire, you could hire the same Land Cruiser at $150. I could hire the same Land Cruiser at $120. So it basically depends on how you negotiate. So feel free any day, you can come and talk to us. We are here to serve you. So learning, tourism, to us, tourism is everyone's business. So I want to thank you with, by telling you, thank you so much for watching us. Keep subscribing to our YouTube channel and give us a call anytime. You can as well follow us on our social media handles. We are on Twitter, Uganda Tourism Consultants, Facebook and LinkedIn. So thank you so much and have a blessed evening.